Alright, here we go. Last game of the year. So let me get it posted on the website and we'll be ready to go. Alright, we're good. Onward with Vantage Bowl, until our colors will be true. We'll fight for Rumble and Cold on the field for CMU. Oh. Not a young head. Whatever you want to define it as. All right. I just want to wait for them to go live on Online Dynasty. Oh, crap. No way. There is a way, Smitty. Smitty asked me if there's a way you can make the ship. There is a way. You need lots of help. Alright, good start, Nari. Block me, guys. Alright. It's probably in zones. Just be smart. Don't be stupid. Oh. Dang it. Oh, I should have checked down to... Nari. Nari would have walked for a first down. Darn it. There you go. Go, Nari. Go, Nari. He's open that time. He runs a lot of... Try sweep. He runs a lot of zone. That might have been man. That was kind of manny, though. It's just like he was using the guy that covered him. Yeah, that looked like cover 2, man. All right, Trey, what do you got? Looks good for you, Trey. See what you can do. Run, dude. Those chains. Had everyone pull out, pause, and just went in the middle. Run, Nari. Alright, let's see if Rusty can get open on this one. And Rusty. Smitty got it, so no way. Yeah, sadly. I don't think D can D. What is this too? Zoot. I should run against this. Oh crap, I forgot he has to run all the way over there for me to run this play. It's alright, it's still set up well though. Oh shoot. Should have stayed off turbo for a little longer. Probably Henry, maybe Rusty. Yep, Henry. Let's go. Good drive, good start. Keep it dialed. Keep it dialed. Alright, now we gotta play defense. He loved. So I was scouting him. I was scouting him before this game. I watched his last game. He picked a bunch of choice routes, which I thought was kind of interesting. He'll like go to concept choice and pick plays from there, which I don't think I've ever seen someone do that before. But regardless, we just got to shut down his we just got to shut down his cross routes. Will be good. This is a pass. I've seen this play 1,000 times. Oh my gosh! I knew exactly what play he called, and I was too slow. Because I was in cover 2. If I'm in cover 3, that's a pick. Dang it! I should have quicked up. Shoot. I don't know. Oh, I should have quicked audible to cover 3. I forgot he goes. I knew he went over the middle, see, because I ran with it the whole way. It's just the code is not fast enough to keep up with that. Dang it. That's frustrating. Well, that's frustrating, man. We had a long drive before that. Yeah, 2.5 minute drive, and then we give up with the score just like that. Darn it. Oh well. Happens. Shoot. Why did I snap it after I saw that? I hate that formation. I need to take that formation out. It's so bad. It never works. Alright, that was big. That was big to get that, because it would have been... It could have been tough, but thankfully Henry just flew by everyone. We should block this fine. Oh, I ran right into him. Gosh darn it, bad. It wasn't blocked great, but it was blocked well enough. I shouldn't have done that. Oh! Jeez, I was so worried he was going to overthrow that. Shoot, if I had him on the street, that would have been a touchdown. That should be good. Or not. Oh, shoot. It looked okay, like... I guess that was kind of far for, I thought his name's Hassan Smith. That guy's white. It was kind of far for him to run, for being honest with ourselves. Oh, this has to be a stretch. Which way is it going? Go that way. Okay, that's too far. That probably isn't. Let's go. There we go. Picked the right. We flipped it the correct way that time. Properly diagnosed what was going on. Colors will be true, march on down the field. Fight for victory. Five fellows never yield. We're with you, varsity, rah, 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 onward with banners won't. Colors will be true. Ooh, fight for more. Okay, we're not going to give up a dang one-play touchdown. Gosh, because we're not going to come out and cover two against a double streak post play. Like, gosh, dang it, that was dumb. Let's go. McKeegan Ferguson, baby! I think it's his first one of the year. Fight for victory. Fight, fellows, never yield. We're with you, O varsity, rah, 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 onward with banners bold. To our colors will be true. Woo! Fight for maroon and gold. Down the field for CMU. This looks good, Nari. What do you say, Nari? What do you say, Nari? Have a day. Oh. It was good. Let's go. Go on and fight, Central. Go on and fight, Central, down the field. Fight for victory. Fight, fellows, never yield. We're with you, O varsity, rah, 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 onward with banners bold. To our colors will be true. Fight, Central, down the field. Fight for victory. Fight, fellows, never yield. We're with you, O varsity, rah, 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 onward with banners bold. To our colors will be true. Woo! Fight for maroon and gold. Down the field for CMU. Varsity, rah, rah, victory, rah, rah. Chippewas are proud of that nickname. Hear our song, loud and strong. Central is going to win this game. Go on and fight, Central, down the field. Fight for victory. Fight, fellows, never yield. We're with you, O varsity, rah, 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 onward with banners bold. To our colors will be true. Woo! Fight for maroon and gold. Down the field for CMU. Oh! Good job. Dang, his QB's fast. Once he crossed the line of scrimmage, he started flying. Like, he has to have, like, 85 speed to probably be running like that. Ah, crap. This is too obvious that it's a man. There we go. Nice little zone blitz. And now we get off the field. Let's go. Good tackle, Maddox. There's no way he fakes it, right? But honestly, he might. I feel like there's no way he fakes it, but I also feel like he might feel the game's over if he doesn't. Uh-oh, that's not a great punt. Oh. Your return, Justin. I scored out an ace, right? No, I scored out a bunch. So we'll go YF trips. That inside zone never seems to work for me. Just go right up the middle, no need to be fancy. All right. Catch Langston. All right. I like curls the best here. Weeks 9 and 10 extend until next week. Nice. Okay. Oh, Tommy, how do you drop that, dude? Tommy. Oh, I cannot believe Tommy dropped that. All right. Dang it, Tommy, dude, he's playing way off you. I should have possession caught it instead of try to run up the field, I guess. Oh, nice. The Pistons beat the Cavs. We'll go man, play over top. Oh, what the heck? That was so stupid. I audibled to man and they didn't adjust. That was dumb. Shoot. I saw that. Like, I'm not blind. Called Penny and called over Ghost. See, I hate this. Let's go. Good coverage, guys. Okay. This one, I want to go cover 3 shell. No, let's go cover 4 shell. I'm just going to call it cover 4. I'm going to use her mic. Oh, how are we in cover 4 and that's how we play that? Gosh dang it, dude. I mean, because it's a match concept. If I shade over top, they probably play it right. Dang it. I shouldn't have used her mic. Screen, angle screen.
One. Woohoo!
Victory. Yeah, you can challenge it, dude. You definitely fumbled, though. Yeah, I mean, he clearly fumbled. It was worth the challenge. Called Y-off trips, could not get the first down. Go dive. That way, though. Let's go. Good run, Nari. All right, he shifted right, so we'll keep running. Don't block him. That caused... No. Okay, don't block him. Oh, whatever. I don't care. Dang it. You see how Langston comes over to get that instead of Decorian just getting it himself? Like, that's what... This is so frustrating there. Like, DC should just pick that block up instead of leaving him. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, he's going to blitz me, so I'll probably have DC. Oh! Shoot. I think I had Langston. I didn't have Rory. I don't think DC was open. This could work, it could not. We'll see. I don't think he'll blitz on 3rd and 8. No, he didn't. Ah, shoot. I can't. I'll try it. What the heck? I should have run it. I'll try it. Why not? I should have run the ball so then I could have kicked that easier. I also should have thrown to my dang check down. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, from 58, Cade Graham. Drill down the field. Fight for victory. Fight, fellows, never yield. We're with you, oh varsity, rah, rah, rah. I must have had that 6 mile an hour wind at my back. 335 over flag. So we're on 4-3 now. I still have the safeties up. I should move them back. Let's go. Work, Mike. Let's go. Oh, let's go cover 3 shell, but then go man. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. No. Oh, he's calling a comeback. I'll cover that. That is all. That pick is all scouting. You see, I played that comeback. I know there's probably no one watching this game. Because I scouted him, I knew he called a comeback there. I was sitting on it. I was literally sitting on the comeback. I left the guy wide open because I knew he hot routed a comeback, and he did. Oh, that was absolutely, that was all scouting. That interception is because I watched his games before we played. That was beautiful. That was absolutely gorgeous. And Justin, let's go. Fight Central down the field. Fight for victory. Fight, fellows, never yield. With you, your varsity. Central down the field. Fight for victory. Fight, fellows, never yield. We're with you, your varsity. Rah, rah, rah. Onward with banners bold. To our colors will be true. Woo, fight for rubber and gold. On the field for CMU. Wide trips halfback week. That's not. Go to big nickel. I don't want to call blitz. I don't know if I really want to call. I think he's going to run this thing halfback screen. Oh shoot! I missed. There you go. Maybe I don't need to hit stick up this much, but he's not going to give up. I don't want him to know it's. I know, lucky you. Yeah, I want to call man. I want to mix it up and call man. There we go. I like this look. Shift them over, though. Oh, C-SPAN just wasn't quite there. We'll mix it up. We'll get out a big nickel. I know. I have my laptop up. I'm getting ready for them to post it. I just want to watch the game day. I like their game. Like game day's fun to watch. I call him Zone Blitz. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Good time for a blitz. All right, now let's just cover the middle. I hope so. We'll see. I don't think they'll pick me. I think they'll pick Tutty. The consensus seems to be that it's going to be Tutty. I got to go cover that comeback he just hot routed. Let's go. See, the hot route comeback. I told you he's going to do it. But then he wanted the drag because he saw me running over there, so he's like, "Oh, it's covered," and then he went drag. Ooh, is he going to put backspin on that too? That's a crazy punt. Oh, that was almost a crazy punt. Okay, we just got to be smart here. We're up 24. He gets ball at half. So the biggest thing we cannot do, we cannot throw a pick six. As long as we don't throw a pick six, we'll be fine. And that's why we're going to run the ball. Oh my gosh, that guy came out of nowhere to get that tackle. I don't have any play action out of this. Yeah, thanks. I mean, this game's obviously for a potential spot in the playoff, but like it means nothing for the actual mag. That's a dive. It's a dive. Flip it left. Flip it left. Flip it left. Thank you. All right, we're at the 2-minute warning. Yeah, I've already clinched a spot in the MAC title game just because of all the tiebreakers I have and everything. So, yeah, appreciate that. I mean, it's always our big. I mean, it's our goal every season. That's my goal every season, just to make the MAC title game. That's why I scheduled two Michigan schools in the Big Ten out of conference because they're just for fun. All that matters is making the MAC title game, and we were able to do that. So, give ourselves a shot. Oh, man. Dang it. I didn't think you'd be able to engage in that. I don't really want to run the ball out of this. I want to run the toss, so it'll look like another power O. Shoot, I just ran into my own guy. That was just a noob. That was just a noob play. That's what you call that, a noob move. All right, let's see if this toss works. There we go. Are we in single back? This screen's never going to work at a single back. Look at that old play action. Good old-fashioned play action. And given how much I've been running the ball, he's not going to see this coming. Oh my gosh, his guy PI'd Henry. Henry's wide open on that play. You go back and watch that. He's wide open, but his stupid guy got stuck on him, so I couldn't hit him. And obviously, you have to throw that as an anticipation route. It's not going to work if I don't. Oh well. Dang it! I ran that poorly. Yeah, just go good old-fashioned bench, but then we'll block Nari. Oh, nice lines are up 7-0 or 6-0. Not that it matters, dude. Such a disappointing line season. Great throw, Angel. Just an incredible throw. He definitely got a foot down. I don't know why they're reviewing that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on everything. I'm waiting for this game day to go live. You're honestly just going to hear my reaction to game day because that's what I'm going to flip it left. Why? I mean, if you shift your entire D line left, I'm going to flip it the other way. Get off me. So. I would like to score before half. So let's try and do that. Don't be dumb. Tommy's wide open. Go stretch just so we can center it. Then we can kind of pass the rest of the way. There you go. And now we got a quick come to the line. We got one more play. And then really just line up for arcade field goal after that. Oh, he dropped it. It's a kick. Shoot, they're live. They're live. They're live. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. They're live. They're live. Oh, my gosh. Ah, I had Trey for a touchdown. Oh, well. I'm going to keep my right earbud off so I can hear it. It's probably in the background of my video, but whatever. No! Oh, that was close. Let's go. He gets ball. Excited. All right, let's see how this goes. I got my safeties off. Okay, good. That's cool, Penguin. Dang it. Oh yeah, he does have a bright light inside of the closet. That's funny. Ah, good for Penguin. Ooh, Asheville, North Carolina. Dang it. Let's go. Take to the crib, Nando. Ah. Great play, Nando. Fight Central down the field. Fight for victory. Fight fellow. There we go. We can kick it from here. Oh my gosh. Prime rib soaked in buttermilk? That sounds interesting. Alright, hold on. I gotta lock in and make this field goal. Boo, going back to work. Dang, Mosey's played the game. Oh, I wanted Eli to pick that. Yeah. Yeah, because, well, Jeremy doesn't have, like, young kids. Like, Tim just said Hubbard gets a big break, which is different than some other guys. It's because he doesn't have, like, young kids. His kids are all adult age. Like, if you have young kids, you don't have time during break. That's part of it. But Jeremy doesn't have young kids. Like, his kids are all grown up. Dude, you can go for it down 30 if you want. It's within the rules. But, like, are you really going to run halfback angle screen? Okay. I got to blitz him. I mean, he's run halfback angle screen out of it. He runs halfback direct. Well, he said his friends at the top to start. So Tim just said that Ank said he only votes for his friends. That's not entirely true. He would vote for his friends to start the year. Or what he would do is he'd vote his entire schedule to start the year, is what he said. He'd vote his entire schedule. Oh, he almost ran to Matt Drinkle. He'd vote his entire schedule to start the year because, like, why not? And then, like, as the year went on, he made his schedule reasonable, but he wouldn't vote for some people that he didn't like. So, like, Ank said he wasn't a huge fan of. I can't believe I'm not ranked. It's such a joke. But he would say he wouldn't. How do you have Michigan? I don't even know how Michigan's ranked. Dude, just 2 o'clock, bro. You're down 30. Yeah, he beat them soundly. It was on the road too. I think Temple's better than ECU right now. For sure. Dude, come on, bro. Could you really drag this game out anymore? Yeah, the polls, like, you should take the time to at least make a poll that kind of makes sense, which I think most guys do. It's just like, you can tell guys don't try on the bottom 5, because I saw polls that were the same 5 as last week. Oh, Mort? I think Mort hasn't had a great last couple weeks. Like, he's definitely had some room for improvement. Penguin was just saying he thinks Mort's a little high at 9. I'd say I agree with that. I think Notre Dame's high at 4. He definitely isn't the best undefeated team, but I think Marion's a little better than them. He has like, dude, just put on 2 clock, bro. You're down 30. People don't pay attention to a lot of things. They don't watch. A lot of people don't watch the games. I think there's about 50 to 60 people in our league that actually watch games, and the rest just kind of are here. Dude, you can, bro. This is so stupid. Turn on 2 clock. You're down 30. This is a textbook example of, you guys, when you're down 30. If anyone's actually watching me, when you're down 30, turn on 2. I've been down like 14. I put on 2 clock and end it. Like, when the game's over. When the game's over, the game's over, dude. Like, I've been down 35. I lost at 35 by Jiggy. I put on 2 clock. I didn't score the rest of the game. I had a chance to score at the end of the game, and I took 3 knees and ended it. Because that's what you're supposed to do. That's the right thing to do. Like, it's not fun for either of us for me to sit and cover 4 contain. Like, I'm not going to let him score and play offense. That's not how I do it. So it's just like, it's just dumb, dude. Like, at least turn on 2 clock. He can play all the offense he wants, but turn on 2 clock. There's just no reason for you to not have 2 clock on down 30. And this guy's like a vet in the league. Like, dude, just sometimes you get your butt handed to you. And the problem is, if he scores a touchdown, he's only going to be down 20. He's only going to be down 23. So then I can't turn on 2 clock. That's my problem here. Like, just turn on 2 clock and... Oh, I cannot believe he hung on to that. Like, dude, just... He's not someone who's going to sit out here and say you should be ranked. They shouldn't be ranked. I didn't rank them. They should. If you're ranking Washington State, you're not seriously looking at your polls. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, dude! Can we turn on shoe clock 6? I just want to watch game day, dude. If Tim just said if you put a little bit of thought into the poll, it's hard to argue. Can't believe you hung on to that. But I mean, I'm not saying anything, so like I can't. Well, the polls, no two polls should ever be the same. I'd say honestly. That was a pick. Dang it! That was the pick to end the game. I could have chewed clock the rest of the way. Maybe not. All right, go down. No, don't dive backwards, you. Ah. Gosh dang it! I don't know why he dove backwards. I was just trying to go down. I swear, if he gets a safety or something annoying. Oh my gosh, he gets a fumble. Like, are you kidding me, dude? I just want this game to be over. I don't want to play up 30. Oh, I can't believe Trey fumbled there. That's so annoying. It's not hard to do a poll. I will if you have a bad poll and you say it's because I rank guys based on their record. I didn't know that their strength of schedule was bad. I can totally see that because the strength of schedule tool in the poll has been broken. It says everyone has a strength of schedule once. You have to do a lot more work than is reasonable. Dude, why is he still? You have to do a lot more work than is reasonable. So, like, I totally get that if you want to make that argument. But, that fumble was so annoying. I finally had the ball at 30. I was going to get to chew 2 minutes off the clock, and I freaking fumbled on the first play. Whoops, is he lagging? Yeah. I just think we should be honest with each other. I got to turn off 2 clock. Don't forget to do that. Turn off 2 clock, 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 turn off 2 clock. Okay. I got to turn the clock off. You get a lot of pressure when you're undefeated. Yeah. Don't turn the ball over is right. Yeah. He used to throw a lot of picks. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm calling a run up the middle and I'm punting. I'm going to call a trap, but I'm calling a run up the middle and I'm punting. I'm going to let this go to like 310, run up the middle, punt. Dude, why would you not do the poll? Like, at least like let people hate on you for the poll, but at least fill one out. This might backspin and then I'll look like a jerk, so I'm just gonna boot it. Why doesn't he have 2 clock on, dude? This is so bad. Why does he not have 2 clock on? I'm gonna sub out. I'm gonna start trying to sub out my starters. Why does he? It's not. Oh yeah, I totally agree. Just vote it. Just vote in a poll, guys. Like, it's not that hard. Tim's just saying, like, it's kind of slap in the face. It's kind of slap in the face when you don't vote in a poll. For the guys who put a lot of work into it. He's won 3 games? I thought he's won 2. Dang it, I tried to switch like that and I couldn't do it right. I can't believe how long this game has taken. Like, are they going to have 6 on game day? Is this why, like... Yeah. Wow. Print off stat sheets. That's kind of cool. He should have 2 clock on. But, I mean, if he wants to play the game, it's within his power to play the game. But we should really have 2 clock on right now. He's calling... Like, what are we doing? Calling direct snaps. Yeah, the sim blocks is smart. Bro, can you just... Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna let... This is so dumb. $30. We didn't have one the first... Oh, the third season we were back. Yeah. This This is one of the most boring games I've ever played. I had more fun playing Toro. This is so bad. So Pat's top 15. Ohio State 1, Florida 2, agreed. Notre Dame 3, don't agree at all. Utah 4, that's because he's Utah. Alabama 5, I agree with that. Clemson 6, I agree with that. I just think, I don't know, Clemson just hasn't beaten anyone. He's freaking picking an onside down 16 with 57 seconds left. Are you kidding me? This is embarrassing. Okay, at least, yeah, he's calling timeouts to run out the clock. GG's. It's competitive in both games. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, Pat. I don't know. I don't think guys actually watch the games. Yeah, I know. I totally agree. It would have been USF for me, too. Dude. Yeah, I appreciate Pat supporting me. I think I'll come back on that. Metro's active. He's just so Tim just said, does Metro deserve to be in the thing because he's inactive? He's an active player. He's not always the best. I do think you have to kind of like, he's in so many leagues, you have to go out of your way to get him to like be involved. So like he's not inactive. It's just he's in so many leagues. Like I noticed that. It's like I kind of have to like get on him a little bit to get his games in. But if you look at it, neither one was talking.
Well, if you go to look in the individual schedule threads, I believe Ring has all the stuff in there. And there are cases where it is a 50-50 coin toss. I mean, or that coin, which you get, right?
They're fine volume for me, Tim.
Your team out is Michigan State. We know that some of these teams play each other, right? We're going to talk about that later in the show for our game day pickers and stuff. I just want to spotlight Notre Dame, and the only reason I want to do it is because I've been really hard on Notre Dame the last like 5 seasons, because they always seem to lose a stumble game every season, right? He stumbles against an opponent that's usually unranked, you know, or someone that he's projected to win. This year, even
that's just the respect that Rain has for the real Fighting Irish. That's a heavy season,
right? But this season, a team that I don't know if anybody watched the Stanford game, right? That Rain just played Notre Dame.
Yeah, he won because of lag.
That's a game that Rain would have lost.
Rain won because ICMC lagged out of a touchdown, and then he lagged into a pick 6. That's why he won that game. Go and watch the game. That's why he won.
Here in the game day have been baffled by how high they are. And whenever we see CFPs and rankings, right? I think Pat Hitt here was putting him at 3, right? He's put together a great season. Hasn't had any of those stumble games. Kind of plays a mix and match of teams from different conferences and stuff. And it's just kind of all worked out for him this season. I'm just kind of looking at Pat's ranking here. I think he's right with the Utah thing. Obviously, their conference is down this year, right? It kind of goes in and out stuff to where there's the potential where they have a team that they play Pat in their conference championship team. That is probably
Man, Tim sounds weird now. Oh, Pat just disappeared.
35 for 40 if you were to rank them. And so the Clemson thing is going to be interesting for me, the ACC. Kind of how that will play out between them and Duke. Obviously, I don't see Duke
Let me
on
put
Pat's
these.
list. I don't know who's going to make that championship.
Duke? I don't know. I like Texas.
And Duke plays Clemson in the ACC championship and finishes with 3 losses again. Saying when we've talked about it, are you penalized for playing in your conference championship game?
I feel, just to draw a quick comparison there, when I look at Duke, I think Duke and Texas is in similar shoes that I was in my State last season. He can very well finish with 3 losses on the season, and all of them is good teams. He could end up, sitting on the outside in because of that, just because he doesn't have the marquee wins that he can have on.
So, Jeremy, how does that list stack up to how you would? I mean, is there some teams at the bottom? Because that's really the bottom, between probably 7 and 15 is probably where the big mix is.
LSU over Oregon, I agree. Because, well, I don't know. Debatable. Oregon over Penn State, I agree. They played head-to-head and they won. I agree Texas should be back there. Michigan State, I agree, should be below Texas. I would put Rutgers over MSU, personally. Nah, man, no worries. Only thing bothered me was my defense not getting outside when they're mainly there. Okay.
One game?
Yeah.
Probably. It depends on what happens in that Arkansas Texas game, because Notre Dame won't be able to win over Arkansas, right? So that's.
I'm trying to put this game in. Might have heard me complain about the game, but it doesn't really matter. I put this. No, this is on the website. That's where this goes.
The resume is just not great, but he's undefeated, and that's hard to do, right? We've had that conversation. Hard's undefeated, so that's kind of hard argument. Oklahoma's an interesting case for me, right? Because they've had the 2 losses, but when you look at just what they've done, what their resume is, you take that out: 7 quad 1 or 2 wins, a top 16 offense, a top 10 defense. Like that's a really good team. So I don't know. A lot of things are going to play themselves out, and it's just like in real life. Do we value? And what we saw in real life this year is, do we need to value the fact there's a 0 or 1 in the loss column, or do you guys have to look at the whole resume? And maybe a 2 or 3 loss team is better, like we've seen, right? Like real life Texas Tech, they have 1 loss, and then when they played somebody who was good, they couldn't do it, right? They had to struggle. So those are the type of things.
I think Texas Tech was bad though. Like Oregon's just really good.
I think everybody's going to have the same
My gosh, dude, this site is slow right now. Holy smokers.
Who's your mid-major, Jeremy? Like, who'd be your mid-major?
Yeah, I think it's Central Michigan right now. I'm with
Wow.
Central Michigan, South Florida were there for me. Fresno is right in that mix too, but man, when you start looking at strength of schedule, and I know I just kind of went on that a little bit, but man, that strength of schedule for him is not good also. And quietly, the one that's not getting any love is Memphis right now, man. What happens if they can run the table after this thing? I don't know if they get the conference.
Dude, Memphis got dogged by DK. I think this isn't a great season for Joe right now, just because he's in the middle of basketball season.
I say, look, it's really deep at the top with, I think, 4 or 5 teams really good there.
Yeah, the hard part, so I'll just talk about my mid-major real quick. So the AAC, the hard part for me is that I think one of the better teams in there is Temple.
I think Temple's really good.
UTSA.
That UTSA loss is tough. That's a bad team.
To be in the mix of one of the top teams in the mid-majors, right? So yeah, I know they're 8-1, but that loss, like, that's not losing to a Power 5 team. I mean, a Power 4 team, right? Like, they're not.
Yeah, that was a bad loss.
That's a pretty bad loss. At all the mid-major schools that may be in the mix, I would say that's the worst.
That's the worst by far.
When I look at a team like Memphis, I think it's hard to put them in because it's the same scenario. One of their losses is the same, right? And so with Central Michigan, my argument probably, if I was on the committee with them, is that their biggest win, obviously, was Western Michigan at the time, right, who's no longer ranked, and then Buffalo, right, who we probably all agree shouldn't be ranked right now just with their schedule and their resume and stuff. And then he had a chance to play 2 Power 5 teams. He kept the games close, or Power 4 teams kept the games close, but he lost both games, right? So he's had his chance. Neither of those 2 teams will make the college football playoff either. So it's not like his losses were to a CFP team. And so my dark horse here kind of would probably be Liberty. Coach Jett over there having a great season. And the only reason I say that is the only way that it would probably work for him is if Sammy wins out and Sammy plays him in the championship game, right? Sammy's a 2-loss team. Liberty's able to beat Sammy, but it's going to have to be a convincing win. He can't win by a field goal. He can't win. It's going to have to be a convincing win in that championship game. His only loss on the season would come against a CFP team on the road against Clemson, one of the top 10 teams. And I could say one of the top 10 teams since season 29 in Coach El Jefe. And that would be his only loss by 10.
El Jefe. El Jefe.
I know, Penguin, I agree with you. Me and you always laugh all the time that there's no good losses. But when you start comparing losses, because you're going to have to, that loss is by far the best loss out of any mid-major team right now. Out of any of them. You could put any of them together. The problem is his conference isn't that great, so he has to have some things fall in his place. He's got to have a 2-loss team, probably Sammy, run the table and play him in the championship game and beat him dominantly, and he's going to have a very valid argument why he should be in over Central Michigan. One less loss and a much better loss on the road to Clemson, to a team that's going to be probably a top 5 team. They'll probably finish 5 in the CFP. I mean, that would be my argument.
If Clemson can get into the CFP with just the 1 loss, which is very possible, that definitely helps Liberty. I still get a hard time with the fact that they don't really have a win outside of perhaps their conference championship game to hang their hat on. But I mean, you make a lot of good points, and I mean, you can at least say the only other G5 team is really Fresno that doesn't have a loss that kind of hangs like a lead balloon on it for me.
Yep.
But still, Boise going down recently. I don't remember if we mentioned this during the show or in the pregame stuff, but Boise losing again lately. That probably sinks Fresno's chances greatly, because that conference is now all of us that just falls away now. Boise not being able to save it in some past seasons.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. And someone did ask in the chat, Fired Up Chip asked, how many games did Jett play? Because Jett's a new coach, right? He came in after Sutton left Liberty. It's the way that I'm understanding it from looking at the website is that Jett is 7-1 as the coach for Liberty. He did play the Clemson game. When you go online, you can look and see he did play the Clemson game. I think
no way Sutton would have stayed within 10 points in that game.
No. And so I think that one of the other one of the other games was a win. I don't know what it was, but he's 7-1, and he is the one that played in that Clemson game. Yeah, so really interesting. Obviously, it's a crapshoot right now, right? There's a lot of football left to be played. We've got conference championship games. A lot can happen. And so we can, unless you guys got anything else, we can jump right into the reveal. You guys just got to tell me how we want to do it. We debate every season on how we want to release it, what numbers first, what numbers last.
You can go for 2.
What do you want to do? Top 4 and then go bottom to top, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, I would go for the top down.
Okay. So in season, this is the first reveal for the NDL, season 34. The number 1 ranked team, again, the committee met on Saturday night. I confirmed with 6. They met for 90 minutes to 2 hours, looking at all kinds of information and data and everything. The number 1 ranked team in the NDL is going to be the Ohio State Buckeyes, defending champs, undefeated currently. Coach D. Kennedy, this was probably a no-brainer for anybody, huh? Yeah. Okay, number 2 team right now for your NDL CFB rankings is Coach Jiggy out there in Florida. Obviously found a team that's kind of meshed well with the type of gameplay he has. The offense he runs, defense he runs.
Jiggy, yeah, that's fair.
Does this surprise you guys a little bit to see Florida at number 2?
I think that's right.
Number 3 is going to be the Utah Utes coach, Pat here, NDL Game Day host. Is this the highest ranking Penguin? Did you ever get this high when you were... I don't remember if you were Iowa State. Did you ever get this high, or are you always around that?
Nowhere close.
Okay. Yeah. So Pat, how does it feel being 3 right
remember,
now?
we had the things where where I was told, if I'd been in a spot where I couldn't fall out of, but I never achieved those spots. I don't know if I was actually ever in the top 12.
Okay.
Iowa State.
I do. I remember you were towards the end of the season. You started getting down to that 10, 11, 12. So Pat, how do you feel being number 3?
It seems fair. I put Notre Dame in ahead of me just because, again, I know I have some quad 1 wins, but this is going to sound horrible. They didn't feel like quad 1 opponents. That sounds horrible to say, but I definitely see other conferences that have harder schedules that I think I would probably have 1 or 2. I'd probably be in that 2-loss conversation if I possibly played someplace else. That's just the way I look at it. So I would just have Notre Dame ahead.
We're going to need this information recorded for all time with Pat giving so much love to Notre Dame, one of his favorite schools.
Huh.
It was funny because Rain mentioned that Pat's hanging out with a bunch of Irish people too.
Yeah.
He's turning.
Stop.
You got 3 ranked wins, Pat. Notre Dame has 0. I think that's probably what people are looking at also in there.
For sure, and I agree with that, but I think all 3 of those teams are going to be unranked when the season's over. So it's one of those weird things, they were ranked when I played them, but one of them was Texas Tech. He struggled here at the end. One of them was Boise, we just talked about, was a ranked win. So they don't look very impressive as the season goes on.
Hey Pat, man, it's
Utah, man. Get them out.
Yeah, it's not your fault, Pat. You beat their ass, and now they're not ranked anymore. That's not your fault.
You can look at the scores. The offense is clearly humming, dude. The Flying Hawaiian offense got it going. But I'm trying to tell you that, I definitely there's just some guys that play some tougher games than I have. That's all. It's okay. There's plenty of time to keep playing and win it.
The changed man. He did a lot of reflecting over the last couple of weeks.
He went to a Shaolin temple during his suspension time and meditated for the entire duration.
Oh, sounds horrible. But cool. Number 3. Go you.
Yeah, there you go. Obviously a fan favorite on the NDL Game Day. People will be tuned for the Utah Utes. Number 4 ranked team in the NDL CFP reveal is your Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Obviously, I hit on them a little bit earlier. Coach Rain there put together a great season. Obviously, any team that's undefeated in the NDL, which these 4 teams are, is a feat in itself. Anybody that plays in one of these tough conferences, people, we always beat the dead horse when we say these mid-major coaches that come in that are brand new, run the table, or do very well, and they're like, I can't wait till I get a good team. I'm going to kick everyone's ass. They realize how hard it is in the NDL because at the top, we do have a lot of competitive coaches that are very good. So Coach Rain put together a good season, seasoned vet in the league, an admin that does a lot of stuff also for the NDL, which we really appreciate. Season, here's the next reveal for the number 5 ranked team. This is where we're going to probably start having a little bit difference of opinion once we start moving these teams around. It's going to be your Alabama Crimson Tide.
Agree.
Coach Marion County there with Alabama, obviously another team that fits his game style and this type of play very well. What do you guys think about Alabama being here?
They shouldn't be there, but they're there, and it's my fault that they're there, so that they belong there, and I accept all blame for that.
Wow. I think they're correctly fitted right where they're at. You could have been an argument that he could have also been a number 1 team until he took his loss. So he just moved back to be the highest rated 1-loss team. Makes sense to me.
Yep.
If you actually look at his out-of-conference schedule, I mean, he did go play South Florida, who obviously is ranked number 25. I mean, that's a pretty good coach, Coach Jordan. He also 35 UCF, who has the potential to play Pat in their conference championship game. Just to give you kind of, if you're going to compare conferences and stuff, is that he did 35, the team that right now is in line to potentially play for the conference championship game. And so, you know, he's put together a good season there. He had a really, really close win against Oklahoma. We watched that game. A lot of fun there. And so, he's still got Auburn in the Iron Bowl, which is must-see TV, right? Weasel talking all kinds of crap about how he's going to whoop Marion and take home the Iron Bowl winning trophy. That's his CFP this year. That's his national championship. Is Auburn beating Alabama, which will probably be a 3-score game. So,
I gotta wonder, just to play devil's advocate, if Auburn were to pull off the upset, is Bama, if it's 10-2, does that impact Bama enough for them getting in, or are they safe?
it's going to be close because it's going to depend on how you finish your season, Penguin. If you win out, the head-to-head, you're going to be ahead of him.
Yeah.
I'll say if I beat Oklahoma, I think I'm in regardless of what else happens.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's going to slot him below you.
I think the problem is when you look at this season in general, I don't think one person can control their own destiny at all unless they win out, right? Because so many people are beating so many people. I think that it, you know, I'd be interested to see what the rest of this thing looks like, right? Because that'll determine where we're going to go. Because I don't know. I think it's hard to say that thing one because who else loses and who else beats who? Because things are going crazy. Tim mentioned South Florida, and South Florida loses to UAB last night, right? Like,
Yep.
make that one make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, really interesting. Number 16, we'll jump right into the number 6 team for the first reveal is the LSU Tigers. Coach Penguin, obviously, with us here. He's been in the CFP before, different team, obviously a new team this year. He did beat Alabama in their head-to-head, but LSU's obviously sitting there at 9-2 with 2 losses. Penguin, where do you think? How do you feel being 6?
I'm surprised that I'm ahead of Clemson, that's for sure. I mean, I don't have a damning loss like I did last year, but I think it's a little surprising. But I'm not mad about it, but I'm surprised.
That's all we get. Because I got to be honest, as I've looked through this and prepared for this, I think you should be ahead of Alabama, right? Like, Alabama's one loss. Alabama's one loss, okay? But forget about that for a second. When you start, I mentioned this to you guys yesterday. LSU has the highest strength of schedule of all these teams in the mix. 7 quad 1 and 2 wins, 4 ranked wins, number 2 offense, number 18 defense. I don't care if it's 2 losses. This is what I said a minute ago. 1 loss versus 2 loss shouldn't matter at this point when you have 2 teams who played each other. One person wins by 10. I know you turn around and lost to Tennessee or whatever it was. Like, that's terrible. Like, if you don't lose Tennessee, it's not even a question, right? But
Arkansas.
Sorry, Arkansas. Look at the entire resume, please. Right? Like, don't just look at one game that happened at that moment. And I say that saying you can't even just look at head-to-head. But just looking at 1 loss versus 2 loss and the resume there, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, Penguin. I think it should be flipped.
And it is a good argument, though, Jeremy, because Alabama and Arkansas didn't play each other. So you can't compare that, right? Like, if you could compare it, and Alabama would have beat Arkansas, you could be be like, well, LSU can't be at, or you know what I mean? But they never even played each other, and so obviously speculation could be whatever could happen between those two.
I think you make valid points. I got a hard time making that argument myself, though, because I mean, frankly, just I can't really defend the turning around and losing to Arkansas. I feel that bothers me, and we're also using that as motivation as well. You know, I mean, look, I don't know. I'm disappointed in myself.
Alabama's killing people, right? Like, look, their average scoring is like 41 to 18. Like, you guys are the next two teams, right? Like, I think that's right. You guys should be 5 and 6. So if that's the case, and one of them beats you, then that makes sense to me, right? Like, that's in real life, it just happened. They had Notre Dame ahead of Miami, and then all of a sudden they realized, like, oh, wait a minute, these two teams played each other, and one of them won. Like, you have to consider that when you do that point.
I would be definitely curious to assume if, I don't know, see how the seeding works out in the end. That's for sure. That'll be very interesting. Because, I mean, we don't even know I believe Florida is locked in to play in the SEC title game, but their opponent isn't locked in still, right? I believe so.
And listen, I see Marion in the chat saying that you don't have the same amount of losses, and I get that completely. Like, I understand one loss versus two losses, but I don't know. You have to. If they're the next, if LSU and Alabama are the two next best teams, bad, and they're that close, one of them beats the other. I don't know. I think that's just.
I agree with you, actually, Jeremy. I agree with you, and the big reason again is the common opponents, right? Is that so LSU lost to Arkansas and Florida. Okay, Florida's number 2. Arkansas's got to be in this mix at 15. Alabama never played either of them. Alabama doesn't play Florida. They don't play Arkansas, and so you could speculate who would win those games, right? But the fact of the matter is that they didn't play those games, and Penguin beat them. And so I would agree with you. If it came down to just those two teams, I would probably put LSU in above Alabama. I have no problem with them being 5-6 right now because there is another game. But if LSU runs the table and then goes ahead and runs the table, I think that you have a valid argument to put them ahead of them. Definitely.
We'll see. I just gotta take care of business to make it easier on the committee. That's all I can say.
Well, here comes the number 17 for the NDLCFP is your Clemson Tigers. Obviously, Penguin just hit on them being 7. A little bit of a surprise to me, but again, I think it's just because the ACC is a little bit down this year. Obviously, last year it was really high, right? They had 6-7 teams ranked in the top 25 pretty much the entire season. This year, yeah, there you go. This year a little bit different, and so that to me, I don't have a problem with it being number 7 right now. Number 18.
People are definitely sleeping on him a little.
Yep. No, yeah, they could definitely make some noise. I don't think them being down this far is necessarily a bad thing for them, right? Put them in a different spot this year as opposed to always being one of the top teams.
Yeah, something's got to change.
Number 8, this is going to be one of those borderline teams where Michelle brought it up in the chat earlier. You're going to have Oregon, Penn State potentially being matched up as who's in, who's out. And so this will be a really interesting one. Penn State is number 8. What do you guys think about that?
Well, Oregon hasn't been up on the board yet, and we beat them, but it's just another one of those things you run into. Like the head-to-head win was weeks ago. Who's playing better right now? Then he should have beat Ohio State. He totally messed up his pass cover. That's a watch. But I think right now maybe Penn State could be better than Oregon. I still put Oregon in my personal poll ahead just due to the head-to-head. That's literally the only difference, which is a huge one for a lot of people when both teams have the same amount of losses.
Yeah. I would assume Oregon's probably next. I think to get back to the discussion, yeah, same thing, right? Like, I just made the argument for Penguin and Alabama. I would make the same argument here. Big Ten schedules are hard, like I said a minute ago, because they don't all play the same team, right? Like, the Big Ten has a lot of really good teams at the top and a lot of really bad teams at the bottom. And so that's, I don't know, man. Like, all things are not created equal. I get that. So I go back to, like Pat said, they played each other. Oregon won the game. Even though it was at home, they still won the game.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Same win losses if Oregon falls into number 9 here. That would, to me, would be a head scratcher. I know Oregon's loss is worse. You know, I mean, he lost is bad, but he lost to Minnesota, who's not horrible. 7-5, played a lot of close games. But
Oregon should always win that game.
I'm not saying they shouldn't, Penguin, but I'm just saying is if you have two lost teams and it's a head-to-head, that game counts. That game has to matter. I don't care. I don't care when it was played. I don't care. I just don't care. The game was played, they lost, and so I have a hard time believing that Penn State would be above them. If this is going to be one of those the Miami things you talked about, Jeremy, at the end of the season, when the committee probably really looks at it, they're going to have to take that into account, right? But that's both teams winning out, finishing with the same win-losses. And so I don't know how that tiebreaker in that conference works. Has anybody looked at it? Are one of those two teams going to play in the chipper?
I haven't needed to look at it. Chip may know. Yeah.
I mean, there's 5 teams. I mean, you got Rutgers, who has 1 loss right now, but they have 2 really tough games left. You have like 5 teams with 2 losses.
Yeah, Rutgers, Wisconsin, Oregon, Penn State are all alive, I think, technically.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be really interesting. Okay, number 9 team is your Oregon Ducks. We've really just all hit on this. Doesn't make sense to me. If I had to say so far, this is something they've missed, this would be it, right? This is the one they missed. You got to put those.
And here's what's scary, right? Every committee is different. Like in real life, the committee's usually the same people, and then you kind of know what they're going to do. In our league, the committee's different, and you get different opinions in there that don't think the same as maybe the year before. And what we've seen now, we've seen 2 examples of, Tim, you just said it. At the end of the year, when they looked at it, they're going to have to look at head-to-head. Well, now there's 2 examples of head-to-head, obviously, are maybe it doesn't matter as much as we think it should. Or, obviously, there's two teams back-to-back that the losing team is ahead, right? Like, maybe that's just the brain of this committee is that head-to-head doesn't matter.
Yeah, and obviously,
right?
Yeah, no, Shell's in the chat, Oregon coach. Right now, he just put, obviously, I'm sure he's thinking the same way as he should. Obviously, an advocate for his team. Oregon strength of schedule, number 41, Penn State's number 52, plus the head-to-head, right? So strength of schedule is pretty much the same, right? I mean, when you're talking about 136 teams, about the same. We're probably beating the dead horse. All 4 of us seem to agree that these should be flipped. Like it just should be. I don't know any argument you can make that not flip these teams, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter other than matchups because you're both in the playoffs, and that's ultimately what you want, right? Get in the playoffs and have a shot and get that extra game. And obviously,
you would be playing each other.
Yep. Yeah. So then it's gonna hash it out again. So number
go to Penn State.
Yeah, right. That's your reward for beating him in the season. Is now you got to go to Penn State and play him. Okay, number 10 team here in the CFP is your. I thought we were going to go bottom to top, but I just keep going. I apologize. Is your Oklahoma Sooners? Obviously, this is going to kind of all play out. We've talked about it already. LSU, Oklahoma play each other in a playing game, pretty much for the CFP, right? I can't imagine that if the loser of that game's got to be probably on the outside in. Winner should probably really cement themselves as a top 6 team in the league. What do you guys think?
It makes sense. I mean, both teams, Oklahoma and LSU, both have good wins, but winning that game will also be a very good win, and I think it makes it very, very simple for the committee there that one of these teams gets a spot.
This one was suspected that, remember when mine came out, I moved them back to this spot. This is why, because I think the next best team, in my opinion, is Texas, who again, they beat head-to-head. But I could also see the committee maybe putting like a Rutgers or you guys met after Michigan State lost, right? So the Sims loss, Jeremy, was did the committee, Tim, do you know, mean about
The Sim
before or after the Michigan?
came through 2 days ago, so I think the committee met after that.
Okay. So yeah, so this is where it's going to get interesting, I think. This 11 and 12 spot. Because I think OU's in the red.
Yeah, the hard part I have with OU right now, I know they're sitting there. They do have a couple good wins, right? Like they beat Texas Tech, and they beat Auburn, beat Texas. talked about it, we're ranked, right? Obviously, they lost again last night, Boise did, and so that loss really doesn't look that great. He lost to Alabama, but he lost to Tennessee, right? That's a bad loss. That's a bad in-conference loss. I know Coach Vegas is good. He's been playing well, a lot of close games, but I'm just saying when you're starting to compare losses, which eventually you have to do, is that that's
All
a
right,
pretty bad
deuces,
loss,
guys.
and he didn't just
There's
lose.
no way.